You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Welcome back, y'all, to the podcast. Trufants, how are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Doing well, sir. Doing well.
Good.
How are you, Kel?
Man, I am in a rotten mood. You probably can't tell, though.
I can now.
Hey, you're good, bro. You're good at hiding it.
Hey, man, we had a tough baseball game today. For some reason, my kid acted like he didn't know how to play baseball anymore. And it pissed me off, but
That'll do it.
it is what it is.
That'll do it.
Yep.
But you guys won, though, right?
No, we lost. Barely lost, but it's all good. Speaking of kids and competitions and sports, you guys just got back from Disneyland for a cheer competition?
Well, we were in Anaheim for a cheer competition, which just so happened to be in the Disneyland area.
So today, we're going to talk about that trip because I have so many questions. And most of my questions are because of the great and wonderful post of Jessica Trufant. Just posted you posted some gems, and I was like, God damn, I got some questions. So first and foremost, how are flights with all five of the kids? Because I mean, they're a little older now. So yes. I feel like they got like devices and stuff so they can get on their iPads or Kindles and they're pretty much good. And California is not that far.
Yes. Well, it begins with before the flight, just getting them together and making sure they have all their shit and then getting them to the airport. And that's really when it starts. The whining, the not listening, the attitudes, the fighting. And when we went to the airport, it was particularly busy because there were 2 canceled flights and they were trying to redirect flights. So we were, took us about an hour to check in.
Right. And it's usually 20 minutes
right.
tops. So we're in and out. We got the clear and
right.
just walk through the security, all that kind of good stuff.
Right. And then when we get on the plane, Marcus and we always sit in first class. And they always sit in coach. And we had my mom and my mother-in-law with us. And on the way down, they flew coach, but on the way back, they flew first class. So all of the kids.
The grandmas flew first class with us.
So all of the kids were back there. I was just hoping that they got off the plane because, we're the first ones off. And I'm like, waiting there like, okay, I don't see them yet. Did somebody have to help them? I don't see them. Fuck them kids. Yeah. So it starts there. So that's the plane ride.
When you guys leave them in the back and you guys are in first class, are they the kids that forget things on the plane, or like is there ever like, oh God, Cash forgot his iPad or a shoe? Or
he definitely left his iPad in the Disneyland hotel, but on the plane, because they just have their iPad, they usually keep track of it. But what we did do is we left an entire bag of snacks from the little stands. We left an entire bag at the snack stand. So when we get on the airplane, my kids are asking for some of them were asking for their snacks.
Where's my drink?
Where's my? And then everybody starts blaming each other via text message. Oh, I gave it to mommy. I'm like, no, the fuck you didn't. You took the bags from me. Somebody didn't grab it. Just a whole thing. Ugh. So, no, but they're pretty good. The only person that's really left something significant on the plane is when Marcus left our passports in the seat pocket at Amsterdam.
We're talking about this current trip to Disney. Ain't that what you asked, Kel, about the Disney trip?
Yes, but my man, you went to Holland and you forgot the passports on the plane?
Didn't forget them. Strategically placed them in the seat.
He was trying to help.
Pocket.
When help does more harm.
In front. And then yeah, I was just so excited just to get to the trip.
Right. And we get to Spain and we're checking in and
and I'm patting my
I
pockets.
see Marcus's face turn and I'm like, oh,
I was like,
it was a nightmare. We were up for 36 hours, 24 hours because we had to go to the American
embassy.
Embassy and everybody.
There was a bunch of people there too.
Everybody made fun of us. Most people were there because they were getting their stuff was stolen.
People
like they set their purse down and they turn and their purse is gone. Oh, what happened to you guys? Oh, we left our passports in Amsterdam. And they're like, you guys suck. So
okay, I don't want to get off topic too much, but
I was just about to say that.
But I just want to know how you got back.
We had to get temporary passports.
Okay, is that how that works? I've always wondered, like, if you get stuck in a country, how that works and like how long it takes for them to like verify your identity and shit.
You gotta go to the police station at the airport, cancel your old passport so nobody could use it if they find it. All this other stuff. It was
right.
It was how do we get on this? We were talking about the kids.
We're talking about leaving stuff on the plane and
how full of shit the kids were and what they put us through. From my perspective, by the time we was on the return flight, I told Jess that I had enough and I was ready to turn the kids back into somebody else. Right? It was too much for me.
Right.
And I don't usually get like that, Kale. I'm usually smooth. I'm usually even, but.
He was just mad at what I deal with all the time with the older girls and their attitudes and their complaining. And I'm like, you got to just roll with the shit because I
drew a line in the sand and I wasn't going back. So,
okay. So you guys get to Anaheim and then I open up my phone and I see a big ass like juvenile detention van, 12 passenger van, and Marcus is literally, I could tell, I was like, oh, he's pissed because he's throwing the bags in over the seat. Jess, you're commentating, and so you got a 12 passenger van but did not have enough room for luggage.
Yes.
What happens next?
So the guy that brought the van was like, because we had already been waiting and trying to sort this out. Every time we go on a trip, our car situation is fucked up. Every time, even if it's just Marcus and I. We get a top down and we go and they're like, oh, sorry. We don't have any of the... I fucking reserved this shit. Where is it? Anyways, the guy that drove the van over, he was like, 15 minutes. I'm going to go back down, take the seat out, and I'll be back up. So that's what he did. But I am not a fan of the church van. I'm like, this is middle school embarrassment. And Marcus, the cheer competition, right? There is a section where all of the cheerleaders meet. There's 1,000 people maybe in this area. This man pulls that church van directly in front, and then keeps creeping up. So it gets even more like the center of attention. And I'm like, oh my God. So right.
So
isn't it ironic?
It's my turn, right, Kale? This was like a sore subject the entire trip, right? This church van and how could I be
talking about it.
Okay with this church van and all this kind of stuff, and why didn't you do this and you do that? And from my point of view,
it had spare tires. Pretty much. It looked like donuts. It was on donuts.
Comfort over, I don't know how the saying goes, right? But to get everybody there, a family of 7, plus the grandmas, we got Gigi, we got my mom, and we're all squeezed into this church van. Everybody's comfortable. Everybody's good. My guy took the back seat out, but I'm not worried about what nobody at this cheer competition thinks.
No, it's me.
I could care less.
It's you don't care.
I know.
Right.
I'm talking about me. You gave your point of view of how you hop out of the church van and how you feel like you look a certain way. Hey.
No. I did look that way.
You feel like you look a certain way.
It wasn't a feeling.
I
it
enjoy,
was a fact.
I enjoy whipping the big rig, right? I drove the RV. I enjoyed that.
That's the big rig you enjoy whipping.
And then we drive in the big
slow
van,
ass,
right?
I mean, you can't even, it's like the old school radio, and you have to have the thing that goes in the hole plus the connector port in order to even, we didn't have that. So we ended up playing Marcus's little speaker that he brought with him. We took that in the church van, and that's the only time I've seen those vans.
All that to say,
church.
Kel, and everybody listening, I learned a lot about my wife this trip. And I would say I was upset about it. Every time she mentioned it, I told her to stop talking about the church van.
Do you not
Stop doing it. Stop.
You don't know who I am.
I know, but she kept doing it, and it was like you were kind of like poking me,
You
right?
shouldn't care.
I did care.
You shouldn't care. If this is how you roll, you should
enjoyed
not care.
I pulled up proudly to the front. I mean, I let everybody out. I mean, I did my job. I felt like I was doing my part, but I was getting shot down.
You weren't getting shot down. I was just talking. I was just making just like general statements.
Right.
About the
so
church.
We're over it now. I'm over it. But I was upset about it. So don't do me like that.
So here's my question, though, for you, Jess. You got 9 people on a trip.
Yep.
What do you expect to pull up in? You have to come in the big van or a bus. And you guys done the party bus before when y'all came down here to Vegas.
Well, we didn't need. We weren't traveling back and we were
Not
traveling
really.
back and forth, but not really. So we could have rented an SUV. We could have Ubered, taken 2 Ubers to the competition. Like, why did we have to?
We did go out to dinner a couple of times, and we pulled up in the church van. It was a little weird, but Kel, just like you said.
Wait a minute.
It was 9 of us, though.
Did you just say it, though? See,
only 7 people fit in the SUV, though. So
we take 2 of them.
Whatever. So like I said,
or we
this
sit
was
on goddamn laps.
This was
I would have preferred
subject,
that.
Kel. It's cleaned up now, and it's funny, and it's laughs and stuff now, but it wasn't good, at least for me.
Because you take it too personal.
I was upset.
You take it too personal.
I'm the one who booked it.
And you keep booking the church van. So yeah, I would be upset at myself.
Don't do me like that.
I would have pulled up. I would have pulled up to the valet in the church van. It'd been like,
I did it. I did it proudly.
We did.
I didn't think it was nothing wrong with it. It's Disney. It's kids. It's not.
People are like, oh, you got the.
Shit, I would have gave that valet driver extra $50. Keep me in the front. I don't give a fuck.
For real.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. Keep me in the front. Here's 50. Keep me parked right here. That's hella funny.
Well, good for you too.
Hey, man. So how was the hotel situation? Was that good? Because you guys stayed, when you guys got to Disney, you guys stayed on the property, right?
Yeah, at the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah, was that good?
Yeah, it was good. That was fine. It was kind of like adjoining rooms, and we shared. No, we didn't share anything. It was just adjoining rooms. So our kids stay the hell over there. Don't come in here. They had their own bathrooms and all that kind of stuff. So that was a nice situation.
Worked.
We could have shared the kind of little living room area. And our moms, they stayed at first they had 2 separate rooms. But then after, my mom is used to either having some of the kids in her room or being by us, but she was in a different tower, and she said, I'm by myself. So they ended up staying together, and they had a good time. We wanted to treat
them, though. You get them 2 king rooms. They have their own space, but they wanted to get together and hang out. So it worked out. I thought it was cool. It was cute. Cool. It was cute.
It was cute. Right? They were cute.
That's good. Okay, so what was the days like at the theme park? Because Jess had posted something in her story that was like, we just got here and I'm already ready to leave. How was the park experience? And then by the time you were done, Marcus,
your voice is hella funny though.
Oh.
Carry on, Kel, my bad.
And then for you, Marcus, How did your hips feel by the end of the day? How much pain were you in?
You know what? It got pretty bad. I actually thought I was playing it off pretty good, but
He was limping pretty bad.
I was limping. I had my pimp lean to the what? I was to the east, right? To the east, my brother, to the east. But you fight through for the kids, right? And I continued to walk. I made sure I wore some running shoes. I had my orthopedics on. Man, I had the thick sole, cushion, cool. But it was tough, man. And the new Disney, for those who don't know, is or what would you call it? It's
fuckery?
No, I'm just saying the technology, right? And everything is automated as far as getting on your rides and how you have to use your fast pass and this different stuff, right? So what we did was you have to book your time on your ride, and then you got to go to it at that time to use your fast pass. So we were walking back and forth from California Adventure to Disney to do rides. So I don't know how many steps I had. I know your mom had her watch going. Thousands of calories. Really make it happen, but I believe that this new technology is making it harder. And I don't know if it's because of COVID. They only want a certain amount of people going to these rides at one time, but it was madness, and it was different for us. It took us a while to figure it out, and we had to ask people, et cetera, et cetera. Well, or it took you a while because I was no help.
Wait.
To clarify.
It started off all bad from the moment we walked into the park and I scanned my ticket, and it was for a different day. And because we bought tickets for 3 days and only went one day.
Throwing money in the trash. It's all right.
Right. Though. And so I'm scanning. She's like, no, ma'am, you're not here. You can't start here today. You have to start at California Adventure. I'm like, what the? So then we go over there, and then I start, I took some of the kids' tickets and linked them to mine, but then when we were scanning in, the pictures didn't match.
Through the Disney app only.
The ticket.
You can't just show a ticket anymore. You gotta.
So we're going through that, and then it's like we've never been to Disneyland. We didn't know where to go. We're going the wrong way. We're lost. We spent a lot of time just standing and looking. Can't read the fucking Disney app map. It's fucking terrible.
And I had my glasses on, and I was no help.
And we were like 5 minutes into California Adventure, and it was, I'm hungry. I have a headache. I need a snack. I need something.
My ankles hurt.
I didn't eat this morning. I'm like, oh, fuck. So, it was a small.
And the biggest thing for me was the kids, the older kids, don't respect the pace of Disney, right? They want to walk hella fast and go up, and
they don't respect the pace.
They want to leave. The grandmas are trying to take their pictures, do their stuff with Pluto.
They're
and Minnie,
a teenager, right? And they're like, they don't have time.
So
they're
I'm
like, oh my God.
Hey, whoa, wait, right? And this is where I drew the line in the sand, right? You just don't get to Disney on your own, right? The kids need to respect.
Show a little respect.
The whole process. There's cheer, there's the hotel, there's everything that comes with that. And the kids have been so many times is why I say we need to stop going, because they don't respect the whole thing.
We're not going back. We're going to do something else.
They're just walking all fast and acting like they're there by themselves, right? And it's me. I got my limp. I'm leaning to the east. Well, you got the grandmas, and they're trying to take pictures at every stop.
They were living their best life, taking pictures.
The kids
not with characters who now are behind fences. Right. You cannot walk up to them.
COVID.
Oh, you can't?
No, you have to do selfies, and they're all the way back. They're 20 feet, 30 feet away from you.
Behind the chain.
Right. Yeah. But our moms are taking pictures with statues. And
every 3 steps, right?
Right. And they're teenagers. I was that teenager. Eye rolling. I don't have time for this. I want to go off on my own, pretty much. And Marcus was not, he wasn't feeling it.
Line in the sand. I had enough.
And then there's a little bit of back talk, and then he's crumbling. And I'm like, I deal with this shit all the time. Let it go. Let it go.
Define crumbling.
Just you being like that is crumbling.
Because I was upset and I'm going back and forth with him?
Yes. He was literally going back and forth with him. And I'm like, okay, Marcus.
I wasn't here to lose. So
Marcus.
I'm a competitor.
I want to say you lost, though.
Well, you can't win them all, so that's fair.
So you guys were going back and forth to the parks instead of just doing a park at a time?
Yep.
So what it is with the Fast Pass and
Lightning Line now.
Lightning Line, which in Disney World, it is... The Fast Pass is literally a Fast Pass. We went on the same ride, cut the line like 50 times. Here, it's a lot of the rides aren't on Lightning. What is it? The Lightning Pass or whatever?
The Lightning Lane.
And so you're in Disneyland and you want to do the Little Mermaid ride. Okay, well, you can book that Fast Pass at 1 p.m. You have to go, for 1 p.m. and it's like 11. So you kind of walk around the park, and then at 1 p.m. you have an hour window to get to that ride, but you cannot book another Fast Pass until after 1 p.m. So then we wanted to go on the Incredi Coaster. So that was at 4. So I booked that. Cannot book another Fast Pass until 4 p.m. So we were just literally going back and forth in the parks.
Maybe we didn't do it right, but I guess I'm defending Disney just in case they want to sponsor us later. But
right.
They probably don't. But it was tough. It was a tough deal to be hopping back and forth. We had a hopper. I guess that's what it's for, but not to go back and forth.
We couldn't even use the hopper until 1 p.m.
Yeah. It was tough.
And we go to do our Fast Pass, and the very first Fast Pass they got, we hadn't even booked it. The guy just felt sorry for us because we were so fucking confused, and let the kids go on through. But
was that the Guardians of the Galaxy joint? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I went on, and I went with the kids. I was the only adult to go, and like I was clenching on the ride, and it wasn't that bad, but I thought I was gonna have to take a break in the bathroom after that, but I didn't. I was all right. I made it through.
That's not even it. Something turned. I think after my last kid, something turned, and just the flutter that you feel when you're going, I don't like it. It's like a complete loss of control. And I went on the Guardian of the Galaxy 50 times, and I just can't do it anymore. That's
the old hotel thing, right?
Yeah,
they changed it, right? Yeah. Okay, so my next question for you guys is, what is it like at a theme park feeding 5 kids? I know this has to be a nightmare because everybody wants something different. So what is that like?
That was another nightmare. At first, we thought we could only mobile order, so we're trying to mobile order. I want no, I don't want that. I don't want that. But I don't want that. I want this. And I'm like, you know what? This is not in this fucking area, so we're not getting this right now. My mom, why don't we just all sit down at that place we ate at last time? I'm like, Mom, the shit was nasty. No. So it's all of this, blah, blah, blah. And then I want churros. I want this. I want that. I want that. And so we ended up being able to go to the window and order. And then I think 15 minutes later, they were eating again. Turkey legs. And then
the Flintstones, the turkey legs, the huge turkey legs, which is my most hated thing because it's grease and stuff all over the place. It makes a big ass mess. There's no moist towelettes. There's no soap. There's no water. So the kids' hands is all sticky. Everybody's complaining.
If he's saying shit, it's, sip that. That's nasty.
Gigi
that is somebody else's drink.
Box up her turkey leg though and put it in her bag. And I was talking about it the whole trip. I thought she was.
I did not know.
Yes, she did.
Why?
And they brought it back. And remember, she sent the picture of the kids.
Oh, of the kids late
the next
night.
day.
It was just bone and gristle. It was just.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Did you refrigerate that shit?
I think you can.
Kids are pretty resilient, so if she didn't, it'd be all right.
It's foodborne fucking illness. If someone gets food poisoning, don't be surprised.
Did they eat again?
Drink a little water.
Because we wasn't playing. My Cassius was ready to go as soon as he got there because it was just too much. The lines, of course, the lines are long. He wanted to go on the car to Cars Land. That was like, at one point, it was a 130-minute wait, and you cannot there is no lightning lane for that ride. I'm like, what the fuck? So he was mad about that. Oh.
I told you guys to get the tour guide. Told you guys to get the guide, man.
We did it once. I forgot about it. It was a lifesaver. Oh, and in 2 different rides, we got stuck. We were stopped. In the Haunted Mansion, we were stopped in there for like 15 minutes in the dark with like this floating head going around. His mom said she did not enjoy that at all, being stuck during that part. My son is scared to death. It's just
ears plugged.
Yeah, he had his ears plugged.
The whole ride.
But yeah, no. So
wait, Jess. Wait, the ride is stopped for 15 minutes, and you're stuck, and you're just standing in this room, and his head is just.
Yeah, we're sitting.
Yeah.
Yep. Stuck.
They don't just stop the ride like, oh shit, emergency, everybody. We gotta they just.
Well, it's one of those that goes all the way through, kind of like the Little Mermaid thing, and you're riding a little cart and you're going through. So.
Oh,
right. Yeah. And so we're just
stopped at the particular space to where the floating head, the haunted head, was floating around, and I was trying to point out to Cassius, and do you see the strings and all that kind of stuff? It's not real, it's fake, but
after 15 minutes, it was okay. But then one of our moms proceeded to pull out her phone and record it with the light. And then our daughters are like, what are you doing? And put that away. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
That is funny. Okay, so food's a nightmare. Your rides are fucked up.
Everything was a nightmare. But then after all of that, my daughter's like, Disneyland is overrated.
Who said that?
Carmen. I'm like, no fucking
That's
duh.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Now you know what we go through. We're miserable. This is miserable. These rides, except for like the Incredi Coaster and Guardians of the Galaxy and a couple other ones, if you think about it, there really isn't that much to Disneyland. It's just a bunch of fuckery and walking around, being lost.
I got a question.
We're in the wrong park for a ride that I booked a fast pass on. We couldn't remember. We're in the wrong goddamn park.
So what you're saying out loud is that you don't want to go to Disney again?
No.
And this is what I said prior.
Hollywood Studios.
This is what I said prior to us even going on the trip. We don't need to go to Disney. The kids don't appreciate it. They've been too many times. Cheer goes every other year. Is it every other year?
No, they go every year.
Every year.
But you know what solidified it for me is when they didn't ask to go back the next day.
After we paid for it, though.
They didn't ask to go back.
To attend the next day and the day after, but they were like,
So we did a pool day, which was
excellent.
amazing.
I enjoyed the pool day. Jess and her hair and her lashes didn't get in the water, though, right? But I...
Don't go there.
Did the grandmas get in?
Yeah, both of them did.
Yeah, okay.
I know the kids are like, Mom, you know what? At this point, stop fucking asking me.
Mommy, are you getting in this time?
It is very rare when I get in. In Arizona, I got into race.
And they were like, wow.
Right. I got into race.
I mean, Mommy put her head in the water.
But I don't. It's just not me anymore. It isn't. When I was younger, I was like my kids, swimming at the bottom of the pool, and it was like the best thing. Now I'm like, I don't even want to get wet. So the kids are like, Mommy, are you getting in the pool? And I'm like, absolutely not. And then they're like, Daddy, and he's like, absolutely, I am getting in the pool with you.
Goggles and everything. I got busy. I wonder if I got a tan.
Funny.
Can y'all tell if I got a tan? I don't know. Can you see a difference?
So anyways, and I found a Roscoe's House of Waffles.
Roscoe's across the street. I know where it's at. I've been at that Roscoe's. I was going to say, that would have been the highlight of my trip was the Roscoe's.
I love me some Roscoe's.
Yeah, not this Roscoe's.
Like you said, we're cursed. So I go online. It says it's open until 11. We're like, woo. Well, we were tired. But we were like, you know what? We're going to go. This is a little bit of time, and I really want some chicken and waffles. We get in there, and they're like, it's to-go orders only. And we close, not at 11, but at 10. I'm like, that was not on your website. He was like, hey, ma'am, we got to update our website. I suggest you take it up with this little man over there.
Talk to the dude in the dreads.
The dude
over
in the
there.
dreads.
Like,
and I'm like, sir, what the fuck? I mean,
literally, yeah.
And people
Exactly.
are walking
Verbatim
in
what she said.
and just getting turned away because it's to go only and they're getting ready to close. So it wasn't just me, everybody. So we end up ordering to go, waiting for our food, and I mean, it's not the same when it's to go.
It was good, but just the whole experience, man. A dude with dreads and
he's pretty much like, my hands are tied. I'm like, don't you own this?
dreads, bad posture, man, a bad body, and was
Well, he had a
like-
tight ass Roscoe shirt on,
And I'm
which
like,
you know.
bruh. And then he comes out. It was like, yeah, we comes out and says that we ain't got no wings, but we got a couple thighs and we got some of this left. So I just want to let y'all know. I'm like, bruh, this
It was
got to be better. I support
funny.
black business, of course, but let's be better.
Like, and you guys are out of shit, and your website isn't updated, and people are coming in to eat, and you're turning them away.
I had some Tapatio in the room, though, so we brought the Roscoe's back, and it did.
But we also did DoorDash it to the pool.
We did.
Yeah, no, it just didn't work out for us.
Damn it. My last question. Jess, whose child did you yell at?
Oh, I actually yelled at a kid that was in a stroller, but he was like standing up with his parents. I hear mommy, and I immediately turn around and I'm like, what? My bad. I am very sorry.
Yeah.
Thought
I
it was
missed
my
that.
kid.
Where
Oh
was
my
I
God.
at?
You were walking ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
And this is after I figured out that, we were in the wrong park or something like that. So when I heard mommy, I guess it doesn't matter whose kid it was, what the tone was. I just turned around and
funny.
barked at him. And it was not my child. And his parents were with him.
Did the parents look up at all?
Yeah. I turned directly around to the kid.
Did you go, oh, my.
I did. I said, my bad. And they were kind of like, and the kid was just like, and I kept walking.
Were they white people?
Of course.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh.
They were Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They didn't want to deal with the aggressive black woman, so they just backed
Definitely
off. Got it.
yelled at that poor little Asian kid.
Oh, man. You hella stereotyped us, Jess, by being like that.
That
But
might have
all
been
good.
too big to be in that stroller, but
we almost had to get a stroller, though, because Cassidy was talking about her feet and my
her
legs
ankles hurt. And
I
I'm
almost
just
got the
like,
stroller.
oh my
I was like, yeah, the
God.
kids are a little bit older. Maybe we don't have to do that
Well,
this year.
Cash was like, I ain't getting in no stroller. Cassidy, my ankles hurt. It had been like 30 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, you're
Walk it
8.
off.
Are you kidding me?
Well, you got them Vans with all that.
She had on Air Force Ones.
Oh yeah, she did. The other girls had on the platform Vans. Right.
And I had on the platform Vans, but I undid my laces. I was just fine, even though my knee was hurting.
I had the orthos.
Yeah.
I was cool, but I wasn't cool. So.
Okay, so lastly also the shirts, the really, really cool shirts that you guys had made of the Black Disney characters. Explain those and let people know where they can find those at, because those are really cool.
Just because designs, but it's spelled like her last name, which is Goss, Gause, but it's Bigas. Okay, anyways. So JustBeGause designs on Etsy. It is Miss Whitney. Our for those of you that may not know, our former nanny, she started an Etsy page, and I sent her a message and I was like, I want Black Disney characters.
And she's on IG. I know they can't see it.
Oh yeah, and on IG. I want characters that look like us, because you cannot find that. We were just talking about, like in dance, just recently did they decide to make flesh-colored tights and shoes that represent our skin color, because what is nude is not our nude. And it's unfortunate that it's just like normal for us to just not have options like that, or to automatically assume Mickey and Minnie are, white or something like that. Santa, white. Jesus, white. So anyways, I wanted something made in our likeness and image, and she did it, and they were amazing.
A hit at the thing.
A hit. Yeah, everybody
was like, "Oh my God,
was
we
stopping
love your
us."
shirts.
Right. Well, there were some people that were like,
"Yeah, very true." Kind of the side eye as they walk by, but I was here for it.
Yes, all white people. They were they weren't sure if they should get mad or maybe throw up a Trump flag. Oh. I don't know. But I felt very proud to have that. I've never seen it before either.
I second that, yeah.
Why are they walking around with brown mice? They're just mice. They're not a race, right? Like someone probably said some stupid shit like that, right?
And they had like the twist, and
Mickey's
had like
hey, you already know.
Dreads and the afro. Right. It was a good look. I thought it was dope.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you, Miss Whitney.
No black mouse is gonna prosper like Mickey Mouse.
All right. So what lessons did we learn? Don't pull up in a church van because your wife hates it, so she'd rather you all pull up in G-Wagons if she had it her way.
Facts.
Preferably 3 of them, new edition, like the most recent version. Go ahead.
All right. And then we figured out in the park, next time, get a damn tour guide, get the guide. You'll be able to jump the line. It'll make life, I guess, a lot easier.
Fair.
Maybe.
I think the next thing we learned is just don't bring the kids if you're going to go to a theme park.
I was going to say that. They can stay back. And I think that's what Dylan and your family does. You guys go all as adults and have a hell of a time, right?
I know, but think about it. I mean, Dylan, you're like Disney fanatic. What the fuck would we do? Go on The Little Mermaid?
Just kind of walk around and figure out what we want to do. Enjoy.
There's adult stuff to do at Disney.
Yeah, there's food.
Well, now Disney serves alcohol, because remember in the past they did not.
Right, yeah.
And there's all kinds of new little bars and stuff. Right. And, I was like, yay. But of course, we already had bar and a hydro flask. So
bar and the backpack.
Yeah, because there's like that shopping area with like all those restaurants and stuff like that.
Downtown Disney.
Yeah, downtown Disney and stuff, where I feel like there's a ton of cool adult stuff that you can do.
Right. Well, you can walk into downtown Disney no problem, but it's just being inside Disneyland in California Adventure. That's the problem. And another lesson that I learned is I've had lipstick on my tooth the whole time, and none of you assholes said anything.
I'm in another state, so I don't count.
It was a part of your teeth jewelry. I wasn't
Really?
sure.
It's like burgundy.
I don't know if you switched it up, but you know you like to change it up. So my bad.
Whatever.
Well, truly unruly, y'all. Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant with lipstick on her teeth. It's okay, Jess. You're still fly, sis. This was good. Follow them, Marcus _Trufant on Instagram, Jessica _Trufant. Of course, follow our page, Truly Unruly _podcast. And you can listen to us on your favorite podcasting platforms. And if you want to catch the visual, just search Truly Unruly or Marcus Trufant on YouTube. Of course, y'all, like, subscribe, leave a comment. That helps the podcast out a lot. And check us out every Sunday on the Converge Network. And here's the best part about this, you guys. Since the Trufants went on a trip to Disneyland, they said, fuck this. And tomorrow, these niggas is leaving without the kids, right?
We are. But
need our
it's to
time.
celebrate birthdays. So
With adults, though, and doing adult shit.
I am going to soak this all in, and we're about to enjoy ourselves.
I usually treat it like it's my birthday when it's somebody else's birthday, but I'm trying to grow out of that and just kind of.
You're not going to do this. You're
Just
not
take
going to
it
do that.
slow. So
You're not going to do that.
I'm gonna be even. Not too high, not too low.
There you
Okay.
go. All right, y'all. You heard it from them. Till next time, peace and love.